Skee Profit, Andy Lang, Dave Sherapan, and Gianni the Greek. We've got a great show, tons of betting information coming your way. We're going to start the show off with 3 NBA bets. We're going to tell you exactly how to make money off of the Mavs and the Thunder, the Kings and the Nuggets, and the Celtics and the Lakers game. Andy Lang's got some prop bets for you, an Australian Open update. And we're going to end with Gianni. I will have some NHL along the way. But before we get into any of that, guys, I pushed last night on my NHL play. So still on a 20-5 run. We got a big flash sale going today. And today, well, tomorrow as well. 48-hour flash sale. My entire NHL season all the way to end of June, $299. It is available for 48 hours. I'll be talking about it later. Take advantage of that ASAP. Skee Profit joining us. And, well, Skee, I love having you on the show. You're concise, to the point, funny, got great energy, and you win a lot. How are you?
I can't complain, man. Another day above the ground, and I had a winning day yesterday, so I'm good over here. Good to be on the show.
You know, Skee, I spent a lot of my life, I'm 55, I spent up until around 54 thinking to myself that just waking up was not good enough. You know, when someone would say to me, hey, I'm really happy I'm still alive. I'm really happy I woke up today. And I would be like, I need you to hold your life to better expectations than that. Then I realized this summer that I was wrong, and that having those low expectations, judging life simply by the breath you take, is the right way to go, because everything else is gravy over that. So I have totally changed my opinion on that. So thanks for reminding me. Let's get into some actionable information. Dallas, the Mavs, on the road. They're playing OKC. So they killed me and my clients last night. Skee, I had Minnesota -3. They were up by 4. With 3 seconds on the clock, Dallas inbounds the ball. Kyrie with a half-court shot. It sinks. Prez loses. So does Dallas. Nobody is happy. Alas, that was yesterday. Now they play Oklahoma City. This is the hottest team in the league, 36-8, 29-12 ATS. Brother, 13.5 points seems like a lot, but this is OKC. How do we bet this game?
Yeah, OKC does have a habit of winning by a big margin. You look at them so far this season as a double-digit favorite. They've covered 11 out of 15 games. And these teams, I mean, you mentioned Dallas played yesterday, so did OKC. These teams did play less than a week ago, and OKC lost outright as a favorite, but SGA was ruled out kind of last minute in that game, and that's somebody that they desperately need. So having him back here for this one, in a little bit of a, kind of quick revenge situation, the Mavericks still without Luka, I would only look towards the Thunder. I think they really care about performing well in this game because the Mavericks just beat them. So looking for the Thunder as far as that. The total really had me confused in this game. The Mavericks on a back-to-back, I believe they're 7-1 to the over, and the Thunder on a back-to-back, I believe, are 7-1 to the under. So two contrasting styles there. I do think, in general, OKC without Hardenstein, without Holmgren, they are going to play more small ball and play a little bit faster. So maybe this would be one game where they don't mind playing with a little bit more pace and over. So I'll lean Thunder, lean over. This was my least favorite game of the 3 we'll talk about.
Well, let's move to Sacramento then. They're playing Denver. Sacramento 23-20. Denver 26-16. Denver's won the last 2 in the head-to-head matchup, and they're also coming into this game on fire. They've won 3 in a row. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. Sacramento as well, Skee. This is a team that's won 3 in a row and 9 of 10 8.5 Sacramento is getting. Skee, I mean, my initial reaction is I know Denver is good. But I mean, this Sacramento team just doesn't seem to lose games right now. And now they're getting 8.5. Tell me why to not bet on Sacramento. I'm baffled by this line.
Well, yeah, Sacramento, you mentioned the streak that they're on. They started playing well as soon as they fired Mike Brown and had Doug Christie acting as a coach. I've heard a couple of players mention that, they really like playing for him because he played and he understands, how it is for the players. So you do see Sacramento playing well ever since then. Denver's been playing good basketball too. I think this is one where we have to look away from the side and maybe more towards the total. With that change, like Mike Brown would always try to preach defense, 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 and he would never really get his team to play defense consistently. Now it looks like they're going back into the offense, and that's why they're having success. You look at their last, 4 games here, they've all had 240 plus points. The Nuggets have cleared 240 in 2 of their last 3 games. Pace-wise, last 5 Kings are number 1, and the Nuggets numbers don't show it. They've kind of maybe slowed down the past couple games, but they've played with a much better pace this season than in previous. So I do think this one will be played up tempo. Nuggets are the number 1 offensive rated team last 5 games. Kings also up there. I think this one is an over game. I believe the market is moving in the right direction.
241.5. That's going to be a fun game to watch, Skee. Talking about a fun game, the Lakers, off of a big win a couple of nights ago, double-digit win. They're playing Boston. The Lakers are at home. They're plus 5.5. And this is a team, Skee, that is 15-6 at home, and now they're getting points. How do we attack this game?
Yeah, this is another one that I'm looking at from a total perspective, and really more of a if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of a thing. Celtics did play yesterday, but a lot of their guys, well, not a lot, but Horford, Porzingis, Drew Holiday, none of those guys played. I know Jaylen Brown got a little bit banged up during the game, but he's also come out and said that he expects to play today. So once everybody gets rolled in, I'm expecting this total to go right back up. It did come down from 221.5 to 218.5. And then on the Lakers side, you have Anthony Davis and LeBron James on the injury report like they always are, who should play. But the thought process for this is when we have teams playing back-to-back games in LA, they like to go and enjoy themselves. They don't really focus so much on playing defense in the next game. We've seen, I think it was somewhere around 75% overs. Sorry, I don't have the exact numbers. We did talk about it last night on Ahead of the Spread, but about 75% overs in this situation. And if they're off an overtime game, it's also 3-0. So I'm not worried about that for the Celtics. I believe this is a game where we get points. Lakers have shown the ability to score. They haven't been able to defend consistently. So combination of all those things will make me get there with, right now, 218.5.
Skee Profit. Skee, you and Ronald Kabang are doing a show at 10 p.m. Pacific time. We should call it like burn and learn, So I think something like that. That's not a bad name. Burn and learn. I mean, what else are 2 awesomely cool cats doing at 1 a.m. in the morning West Coast time if they are not burning? So with that said, tell us about the show, because I see it. I've watched it briefly. It looks like you guys are having a blast.
Well, I do. Ronald Kabang is one of my friends, so I enjoy talking to him in general. And we do. I think we help each other break the games down. So what we're trying to do on Ahead of the Spread, we start pretty much, shortly after all the NBA games have ended for the day. We see all the lines for tomorrow. We take a look at which direction they're moving in. We see if we agree with that movement and where we expect the line to be when we wake up, and what advantages we can take, or what games we can take advantage of before the morning. So if you would like to be involved, maybe you're a night owl, you stay up late and you want to check it out, or you wake up early, maybe you're on your way to work, and you can get a head start on your day for the next day. So check us out on Ahead of the Spread.
There we go. Skee Profit, brother. What do you have to promote for the clients?
Well, you can use, I believe it, and I should make sure here. I believe it's Sport 50. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna quickly Sport 50. Yeah, you can get $50 off a 30-day college basketball or NBA all access pass. And today, I do have a top college basketball play. I've won 10 of my last 13, and there's one that I really do like for today. I ended in profit for college football. I'm up right now in NFL. I have a 4% NFL top prop. I've cashed 8 out of 11 for those on the season. And yeah, just we've won few games in a row. Let's heat up. Let's get a streak going. If you want to be involved, check it out on my page at WagerTalk.
So good, Skee. I love having you on. Keep winning, keep being you, and thanks for doing that show with Ronald Caban. Adds amazing content to our channel. Skee Profit, everybody. If you guys want some NBA winners, check him out over at WagerTalk and use that promo code SPORT50 if you want $50 off of his NBA package. Okay, guys, I got a couple of NHL bets I'm going to give out on the show. Yesterday, I gave you guys the LA Kings. I said it was a statement game for the Kings. If they were going to show any moxie moving forward, they were going to win. They did. It was 2-1. Already a bunch of you guys in the chat room have thanked me for that. Much appreciated. I now will give you two bets tonight that I really, really like. Let's get straight into it. The first one is the Boston Bruins. Now, this Boston Bruins team played god-awful last night. They lost to New Jersey 5-1. They had 23 shots on, 35 against. And that's important because when you let another team put up 35 shots, you normally get a beatdown from your coach the very next day. Now, I understand this is a back-to-back game for Boston, and that means they're going to be tired. But, guys, Ottawa is playing their sixth game. Their sixth game in 9 days. This Ottawa team is exhausted. We bet the Rangers against Ottawa a couple of nights ago. The Rangers won 5-0. Ottawa shot the puck 20 times on net. That's 2 games in a row. Ottawa shot the puck 20 times on net. They won one of them. They're now in their third road game. This is a horrible spot for the Ottawa Senators. And even though Boston is on a back-to-back, which does make it a tough spot for them, we are getting plus 135 here. Ottawa on the season is 24-19-4. Boston on the season is 23-20-6. They have the same record, basically. And yet the home team is a substantial dog. I absolutely don't understand this line at all. There is a ton of value on Boston. Take Boston plus 135. Now, before we get into the next game, I want to tell you guys, we got a flash sale going for the next 48 hours. I am killing it in the NHL. I'm on a 20-5 run, but hey, anybody could go on a 25 run. Well, almost nobody, but let's say anybody. On the season, I'm up double-digit units. My $100 bettors in NHL are up $2,500 already on the year. I made double-digit units last NHL regular season as well, and on and on and on. This is the sport that I have built my reputation on. This is my best sport by far. I'm on a 20-5 run. I'm up huge profit on the year. And we have a flash sale of 48 hours where you could buy all my NHL plays all the way to the end of the Cup Finals for only $299. 0 coupon code is required. Head over to my page. Now let's get into the next game. And Wash Redskin, one of our great listeners who's always in the chat, is not going to appreciate this play. We're going to take Seattle plus 120, another home dog. They're playing Washington tonight, and the bottom line here is, well, finally Seattle is getting their act together. They've won 2 in a row. Woohoo. This is not a very good Kraken team. Period. End of story. Washington's the best team in all of hockey. Why would I want to play Seattle tonight? Because Washington is on a back-to-back, but more importantly, it is a road back-to-back, and they played Edmonton last night, and I guarantee you they were sky high to win that hockey game. This is a letdown spot. It's another home dog. Take Seattle plus 120. Thanks for watching. I love giving you these picks. Let's go 2-0. Andy Lang joining us. Andy, sorry to take so long. How are you? Bro!
Hello.
I like that.
Wasn't ready for that one. Thank God I had my my AirPods in. How's everyone doing? Let's go. Let's talk some props. Let's build those bankrolls, Prez.
Before we talk some props, I want to talk to you about something Andrew Wojcicki just wrote in the chat. We love Woj. He wrote, because I like Boston tonight. They're plus 135 at home. Ottawa is minus 160. And Woj writes, Prez, isn't Ottawa a favorite for a reason? Seems too easy to take the Bruins at home. So, Andy, what do you think about that conceptually? Are the books begging us to take Boston? Is it just too easy to take Boston? Or is this what the line has been dictated to by the markets, and we're going to try to take advantage of bad market moves?
Oh, man, it's an age-old question. I will tell you this story. I have a friend who bets maybe 10 NFL bets per year, and they're all based on reverse line movement when all of the public tickets are on one way and the line goes the other. And I swear he hits 80% of them. Whenever the line just doesn't quite make sense, I believe there really is something to it. And I think long term, the biggest thing is you have to be consistent. If you think you're beating the market, then you have to do it every single time. But if you think the line makes no sense and Vegas or the books know something, then you lay off of it. The biggest thing is you just have to be consistent. If I think a line is tricking me or I may have missed something, I'm perfectly fine with laying off a winner as opposed to playing a loser. So I lean on the side of caution of if a line makes no sense and I may be missing something, then I will just lay off of it.
Yeah, but so to me, that's why I'm not releasing Boston to my clients. But I still think there's a ton of value there. So I do take that.
I know. You look at the line and you're like, I'm a genius. I got a plus money in play and it checks all the boxes and it makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world. I get it. It's good to talk about, but I applaud you for being a little bit cautious and saying it's not quite client worthy. It's, maybe a half unit or a unit sprinkle. So again, be consistent with whatever your opinion is.
Andy Lang, everyone. And Andy, I know you slacked me privately on the side. Dude, don't worry, man. I got you, bro. You do not need to go buy my $299 NHL package. I will give you the plays for free. Just text me. I got your back, brother. Okay. Andy Lang, some actionable info. Jalen Hurts, that's yesterday's news. And that was a great prop. If you guys didn't hear that, Jalen Hurts over rush yards, 29.5. Highlight bet given out so far this week. Jake Elliott, what do we got for him?
I don't need your plays. I'm hitting over 60% in the NHL myself. Boom! All right, let's go with that.
So for the record, everybody, all because I'm on a 20-5 run doesn't mean that I won't bet Andy's plays. If he's 60%, I'll bet both. And I'll be nice and promote Andy. See, I gave Andy a chance to talk highly about me. I talk highly about him every day. And what did he do? He womaned me. He brought it back to himself.
Well, here's the beautiful thing, Prez. I will guarantee your plays and mine do not overlap. So you absolutely can play both,
Andy,
of our plays.
You got nowhere to go now, Andy. Just get onto your bets. I handed you a softball. To speak nicely about me. You struck out.
I talk nicely about you, lad. All right, let's go to Jake Elliott over 1.5 field goals. I haven't played a lot of field goal attempts this week, but man, Jake Elliott has been so good. Over in 6 straight games. He's played Washington twice this season. He had 4 and he had 2 in the games. And if you are worried about Jalen Hurts not being 100% healthy, you could see some drives stall out. This is also a rookie quarterback. I know he doesn't play like a rookie quarterback, but if they're struggling to score on this Philadelphia Eagles defense, which has been playing a lot better, you could see Philly not go for it on some fourth downs that they might have gone for it, and they just take the point. So Jake Elliott's been kicking the ball really well, over in 6 straight games, gone over twice against Washington. Sometimes the Eagles may just take the points in this one, especially if they're up. So let's take Jake Elliott over 1.5 made field goals.
Jake Elliott over 1.5 made field goals. So, Andy, I got another Philadelphia stat, a really good one. It's a perfect angle. It's from the great Dan. I don't think Dan has much of a life. I think all he does is sit around looking for Philadelphia Eagles stats, but that's a different story. So the Eagles are 4-0 in the playoffs if Jake Elliott misses at least one extra point. Firstly, Jake Elliott missed 4 extra points in the playoffs in 4 different games. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he makes field goals, but it's the extra points that are a little
kind of his thing.
So,
very strange.
So, Dan, now that you're live on air, what are we supposed to do with that? Like, we wait for him to miss the extra point, then we jump in on an in-game wager? Like, what kind of idiotic, bloody trend is that?
It's it's nice bar talk, good bar fodder right there. You know what I mean? It's one of those trends where you're just like, did you know? And everyone's like, no, I don't know, and no, I don't really care. So I thought you would enjoy that, Prez.
Dan, I enjoy everything Dan Alexander. So especially the picture of that pizza, Andy. I don't know if you saw on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
he put up a pizza, half pepperoni, half some pesto thing. Oh my God, the crust was oh my God, Dan. Dan, speaking of which, Andy, I'm trying to lose some weight. I'm 180 pounds. I should be like 165. Yesterday, I go to a bakery. I walk in. There's nobody behind the counter, and I'm walking through slowly, trying to decide. Lady comes out. She's like, and I go, don't you dare come near me. Leave me alone. And then I ran out of that bakery. So,
nice.
Success. Okay. I've lost the plot today, and I'd like to apologize to everybody listening to the show.
It was like the
Jalen
scene
Williams.
in Boogie Nights. It was like the scene in Boogie Nights at the end in the bakery, and you took all the money from the bakery and opened up a stereo shop. So let's go. I'll take it from here. Let's go to Jalen Williams. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, I expected a big game from the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a horrific scheduling spot for the Mavs, but Jalen Williams is not getting it done from three-pointers. And I want to make sure this is Jalen Williams with no Y in his name. It's Jalen, J-A-L. There's 2 Jalen Williams that are starting for the Thunder. Make sure you're taking the one without the Y if you're going to play this. Taking him under 1.5 made three-pointers. He's gone under in 8 out of 10 games, and he's only averaging 4 3-point attempts per game, and he's shooting 26.3% from threes. So you have a guy who's not shooting the ball well. He's not shooting too many of them. Sets up really, really well for the under, and he's gone under the last 2 times he's played in Dallas. Also, him and Shea had big games last night. I wonder if this is a nice rebound spot for some of the other role guys that didn't have huge games. I wonder if they kind of take over against a really tired, beat-up Mavs team. So I like Jalen Williams with no Y go under his three-pointers.
Andy, I'm literally trying to talk to Dan Alexander, and all he's doing is yapping about Eagles and Philadelphia in the chat room. Chris Allen, if you're listening to the show, if you could ban Dan Alexander from the chat room, please, that would be really great.
People
Nobody needs you in the chat, dude.
All right,
answer your damn question on Slack. Okay, chat.
I told you were going to panic,
chat.
Prez.
Can we have
I messaged you and I said
I'm not panicking. I'm not, dude.
I'm kidding.
I'll come back out with Andy all day.
Andy's the best.
Anyway, people in the chat room, let's vote. Do you need Dan in that chat room like legit? Anyway, Andy, golf. If I had a son and I really liked the name Ludwig, I would call my son Ludwig.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? He's great. Yeah, let's take Ludwig Abear under 70.5 on his round 2 score. This tees off in about an hour from now. So nice little gift to everyone that's watching live. Prez, he shot -9 yesterday, which is insane. Now, he played on the North course. Today, he's going to play on the South course, which is much more difficult. But he hit 10 of 14 fairways, 16 of 18 greens, and he was 12th in putting. He shoots 9 under. The winning score for the entire tournament last year was -13. He's already at -9. So he only needs to shoot 2 under or lower. If he gets even remotely close to the numbers that he hit yesterday with his greens and regulation in his fairways, I like him to get to 2 under or lower. He is the sky's the next big thing. He can do it all. He can hit the ball a mile. He can hit it straight. He can putt. He's young. He's coming off of a knee surgery that looks like 100% healthy from. Keep your eye on this guy. This guy's going to be winning majors for quite a while. Yeah, someone in the chat. I didn't get the words out of my mouth. Abear's going to win a major this year. Yeah, he's a moneymaker this year. I'm taking some of his round props. So, also someone was asking about PFL picks.
Yes.
There's going to be a PFL breakdown video coming out later this afternoon. So we'll break down a little bit more of those. Not all the lines and the props have been released, so I had tomorrow circled as a day to go over that. I will tell you, I know Paul Hughes is getting some love in the main event. I think he gets ragdolled by Nurmagomedov, and we'll talk about the truck driver angle tomorrow. And there's a couple of other guys that I think are really good. One guy in particular, Netta, is -170. They really want to push him. He's fighting a guy who's a boring wrestler, grappler, but he's not even that good. So, but I'll give out some more plays tomorrow once we have some more lines. And the PFL video will be out later today on this WagerTalk YouTube channel. So you can check all that out later.
Andy freaking Lang. Are you kidding me, dude? What a privilege for me to do this with you every single day. Andy, what do you got to promote? Me.
2 days in a row for promo codes. It was great that yours doesn't have a promo code, but mine does. So, promo code Andy30 for 30 days worth of plays. Listen, Prez has done a great job talking about his NHL. We do a little bit of everything. NHL, NBA, again, PFL, that is on Saturday. You'll get all of our UFC plays. We're already up 4 units this year in UFC. You'll get any more darts plays that we have over the next 30 days. And, Prez, we have our very first lacrosse future that none other than Dan has provided to us. Dan does our lacrosse. He was up almost 30 units last year, including some really good future. So you lock that in, you get all 5% plays. You get all sports included. We're up 10 units just in the last 3 days, and we're still the #1 handicapper. NFL plays are included. There's no more college football, and this is where we shine. We take advantage of these sports that are off the beaten path, that are off the radar. WT.buzz/AL, $100 off a 30-day pass. Use the promo code Andy30.
There we go. Andy Lang. So we got, guys, you might not remember this guy. Really excellent dude. Dave Sharapan joining us. David.
Prez, my
What's
God,
up with
what are you doing?
Well, I'm just peachy that you're on the show with us today. I see the sun's been very kind to that face of yours.
Yeah, we're hanging out, trying to stay warm in Vegas. It's I hear you're cold where you're at. It's been a really cold week. Maybe not so much in the book. Things are heating up in the book. I mean, it's the end of college football's done. We got 2 more football games and then the Super Bowl. It's hockey season, Prez. You got to be excited about hockey season.
Okay, so hockey season started in end of September, Dave. It goes all year. And yes, I'm always excited. I'm on a 20-5 run in NHL tonight. In case you missed out, I gave 2 free picks out on the show today. I gave out Boston. I know they're on a back-to-back, but man, at home, plus 135. Ottawa's played 6 games in 9 days. So I couldn't make heads or tails of that line. And I gave out Seattle. A nice angle, Dave, to look at. 2 angles.
Against Washington?
I'm going to give you 2 interesting angles, Dave. The first is
glasses on for this. This is great. Go.
An East Coast team playing Edmonton in their first game against Edmonton that year. Edmonton's a very hard team to play against if you don't play against them regularly. Any team that's under 500, so any bad East Coast team playing Edmonton, 0-6 this year. The rest of them are 4-8. Any team playing after they play Edmonton is a bet against team as well. And Washington played Edmonton last night. So just not a great spot. But anyway, let's move on, dude. Let's talk some NFL football first. You're wearing green.
Looks good,
Dan,
doesn't it?
Yeah, well, you're trying to suck up to Dan. So where are you at on this Eagles-Washington game?
I mean, the line is going up. I want to like Washington plus the points. Looking for every reason to take Washington plus the points. Can't do it yet. Just how many times do you have to hear rookie quarterback starting on the road and he continues to defy all the odds, wins a game. Now, dating back to the last week of the regular season, this is how many road games in a row?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure you could find something, and Ralph probably already has or somebody already has. They got no shot of winning this game. This might be the year that, that beats that trend. But I don't think a team in this spot in Washington's 5th game in a row or whatever on the road has won the game. So, and I don't even think they're good at ATS. So right now it's Philadelphia or nothing.
Okay. Philadelphia or nothing for Dave, and you're okay laying 6 points, right?
I mean, you have to be. This is the teaser special, though. The book's crying about the teasers. For weeks, the books have been crying about the teasers. The obvious move is to tease that game down. If you're going to do a 2-game teaser with sides, I think take Philadelphia to win. You could take Washington up too. I think it falls in the middle, and then put it with Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
This is Buffalo's year. They have to win this game. This is going to everything they've built, everything they've gone through. Somebody got to beat the Chiefs because I don't know. Prez, do you want to see Chiefs, Eagles again? We just saw that 2 years ago. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to listen. Honestly, Dave Sharpen, I don't care. I'm going to be, for the first time in recollection, I don't think I'm going to see either of it. I'm going to be on an airplane when the Super Bowl starts.
Where are you going? You going skiing?
I'm going to the horse's ass, bro. Courchevel.
Where's that? I don't even know where that's
France. I'm going skiing for 7 days in France. I'm going on an all-inclusive Club Med trip with 14 guys and 1 female. No, just 14 guys, no female. Just 14 guys. 14 guys and Dan's fiance. 14 guys and Dan's fiance. We're all going to France. It's going to be awesome.
Can you still ski? I mean, you're getting up in yours. Like, I don't know about you skiing. You can get hurt.
Dude, I'm one of the best skiers you've ever seen in my life. Hey, Kansas City, Dave. -1.5 now at most books. Money coming in on the Bills. No team has ever gone to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row, having won the 2 prior. That's not a thing, Dave. I know people, talking heads are yapping. I heard that on Mad Dog, and that's not a thing, guys. It's happened, 1 time, twice, ever in history? Anyway,
think about how many times a team has won 2 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, you can count it on one hand. The situation doesn't present itself. These numbers get twisted. Talking heads talk about all this. There's only one number that matters in the book. It's -1.5, -2. Okay. I don't know, Prez. I loved Buffalo last week against Baltimore, and I think this is the year that somebody finally beats the Chiefs. The Chiefs are ripe to lose a game. Now, you have to beat Andy Reid. You have to beat Patrick Mahomes. And listen, with the time off, Travis Kelce looked pretty damn good, too.
And the refs.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. You're right. They get all the calls.
There cannot be any Mahomicides on that field, or the flags will come out.
I like that word. I'm gonna use that today on the show. Mahomicides.
It's not mine. I
And
didn't
attribute
make it
to you.
up.
Okay.
I
Who did?
did not know. Some social, it's going around on TikTok all over the place. They've got this AI doing Chris Collingsworth and Joe Buck and all that. And it's like, Dennis, it's like, oh my God, Buffalo intercepted the ball. We call that a homicide.
Oh boy.
No, you're not allowed to intercept Patrick Mahomes. Don't worry, everybody. The interceptor will be executed tomorrow by the Kansas City Chiefs firing squad. It's beautiful. So funny, dude.
The thing is, the refs will probably control, one, how the game is played, but two, how it affects the total. I think the interesting thing about the game is the total. Kansas City's been not doing it with smoke and mirrors. I mean, they only lost 2 games, and one, they didn't send anybody to play. So they've earned the position to be in that they're in, and they've earned the right to have the game at home. Now, will that lead to calls their way? It sure seems like it does all the time. The key to the game will be, can Buffalo run the football? If Buffalo is able to run the football, whether it's, Cook, whether it's Allen, they have to control the ball. If they control the ball, the game's going under, and Buffalo's going to have a shot to win. So, I don't know. My favorite play in the game right now is the under. Still going back and forth with the side. I think I want to see Buffalo. But again, sometimes you got to be careful. And I know you love these glasses so much. When you look through the glasses before you go to make a play, sometimes what you want affects how you play it. And you have to remove the glasses in that situation and make the
great point. It's a great point. Dave Sherapan, 1 more minute left with you, and I appreciate you coming on today, brother. What are you seeing or hearing out there in any of the other sports, or maybe even you heard a great Australian Open bet, something in the darts championship? What do you got? Give us something.
The darts things are great. I mean, I'm surprised you like Seattle. I think Washington, again, in a spot where they may be after the Edmonton game, I kind of liked Washington, but you may have swayed that opinion a little bit. Out west late, Nashville and San Jose. Nashville has been one of those teams in the NHL, probably one of the biggest disappointments of the entire season.
Oh,
gigantic number today. Gigantic number.
Yeah.
San Jose has been great in the first period. They've been blowing leads, and they just did it the other night. They were up 5-1 in this game, right? And lost the game 7-5. Nashville even covered on the puck line. Almost impossible. San Jose tonight, plus a goal and a half. That one's going to get there. San Jose very likely to win the game. Going to be close. But
I like that bet. I like that bet, and I'll tell you quickly on that. What I like about San Jose at plus 1.5 here is that this team has no issue scoring. So if you're going to take a team that is plus 1.5, you want to take a team that can put up some goals, and I mean they could put up 5 tonight. So yeah, I like that play.
Over in that game, and Vegas and St. Louis. Yeah, Vegas is interesting. They're playing a little bit of a bad stretch right now, and Vegas has been good all season. St. Louis and them just played. This is another unique spot. They just played a couple days ago. St. Louis came to Vegas and won in a daytime game last week, and I think the game goes over again. So total wise, there you go. A couple hockey plays for the boys. I'll get out of here. Thanks for having me. And boy, good luck with. Are you prepping skiing before you go? Like, have you been skiing every day or every week?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I put my skis on and I do the driveway. Get out of here, Dave. Freaking shit. I love you, Dave. Thank you for joining us. You can see him on Bostonian at the book.
Thank you.
What else, Dave? Quick. Where can they find you? I got to give you promotion time.
Sports Grid and SiriusXM every night, 5:00 Pacific, 8:00 Eastern, Monday through Friday, and Bostonian versus the book every day around 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. Cash considerations. We're doing a show before Dan goes to Philadelphia and brings home the NFC Championship in person. When Dan is in person, the Eagles win. Goodbye.
There we go. Dave Sherapan. Gianni the Greek joining us. Gianni, I'm going to start right off the bat with one quick one. So Russell Deck, Gianni, Russell is here every day, dude. Every single day. Shout out, lots of love. Also, before I get into that, 200 of you guys watching right this second, 42 likes. Come on!
And wait. Before you get into that, I am so glad I logged in early this time again to listen to you, because I really needed a laugh this morning, and you just cracked me up with that ski trip. I thought maybe you guys DM'd that girl from Australia that did the 1,000 guys in 24 hours, and maybe she wanted to go on a skiing trip the way you were telling that story. But yeah, obviously that's not the case. It was just a joke. But I needed that, Prez. So go on, sir. Go on.
But I will say this, dude. Some social media OnlyFans influencer doing 14 old Jews. That's not a feat, bro. That's like honestly a combined time of 5 minutes. Like you don't even need lube. Okay, shut up, Prez. Shut up, Prez. Oh my God, Russell Deck, Gianni. He writes, and I want to talk about this because it's super interesting. We were talking about Buffalo +2, +1.5. He writes, number will not come into play in this game. Bills win outright. Now, forget about whether the Bills win outright or they don't win outright. What I want to say to you, Russell, and Gianni, jump in. We're going to talk about this. -6 and under, Russell, the point spread almost never comes into play. So from a conceptual perspective, you're 100% right. And I tell people this in the NFL all the time, just pick who's going to win. If it's under -6, don't get caught up in the line. Anything to add?
The way I do it is simple. I agree with you 100%, especially in the NFL, where we know pick the winner, you're going to cash a ticket, especially in this round. But more importantly, just look at what the money line is. And if you see a team where the money line doesn't add up to what the spread is, then it's an auto bet, meaning even if the point spread comes into play, you know you placed a good bet that 1 or 2 times that it is going to sting you, where a missed 2-point conversion or something like that, and the team only wins by 1, and you could have had +1.5 or something like that, and you would have cashed. Those are so few and in between that it's not worth doing. As long as the book you're betting that money line or laying the points is giving you a fair number compared to what it is, I hope I'm making sense, then you're making the right move. And this is what I mean. Meaning if you see the betting public that's betting Buffalo continue to come in and take Buffalo on the money line instead of Buffalo +1.5, and that money line goes down to even money, because right now I'm seeing +105 at some of my sharp books. If that goes down to like even money, then I urge you to take the 1.5 or 2 if you could find it, only because you're not getting the best of it with the money line, meaning that's not the right number for that point spread. A -1.5, -2, let's say, should be +110, +112, 115. I'm picking arbitrary numbers. But if they have even money, then again, to me, it just comes down to placing the most advantageous bet, while keeping in mind, more times than not, especially in the playoffs, especially in the conference championship, the point spread will not matter. So I agree with you. Just make sure, though, you're not taking the worst of it, because a lot of these books are really with the -115s and all that stuff. If they could take advantage, they are taking advantage. We have a lot to go over, brother. I have a bonus for you about that NFL. Something I wasn't even going to release on your show will be the first time I release it. Okay, I'm going to do it right now. This is what I bet. I bet this for one group, and then another guy just took one of these sides. I bet a prop bet for them, and here's what I bet this morning. They bet Buffalo to beat Philadelphia in the Super Bowl at +400, and then they had me bet Kansas City to beat Philadelphia at +325. So they believe Philadelphia will get to the Super Bowl, but lose to either of these teams. They believe that getting +400, which means they got to hit that, 1 out of 5 times, is it? Because, -400 is 80%, +400 would be 20%. So, you got to do that 1 out of 4 times, 1 out of 5 times, I believe, for it to break even. And then the Kansas City side +325. So, again, it seems like, just like the point spread shows us, the AFC side is a coin flip, but the Eagles side seems like the side in the NFC that is getting to the Super Bowl. They usually don't play bets like this. Just like I said, they usually don't play teasers in college football. They did it this year with Ohio State. And now all of a sudden they're putting these prop bets in with Buffalo to beat Philly, KC to beat Philly. Take that as you want, use it how you may. That just sharing something that I really have a chance, rarely ever am able to share.
Beautiful, Gianni. I love that, brother. Dude, again, we do not have a long time. We're gonna race through all your stuff every day.
Yes, sir.
I've got 2 pieces of business I need to take care of. Stay on for that. But let's go through what's going on with all the syndicates in hoops today. And tomorrow, you and I will take a deep dive into these NFL games.
Indeed. Coming off another win. I isolated only one college basketball bet yesterday. I hit that. I think I'm since that bad Saturday with the MMA did not go my way. A nice, I believe 7-3 run. So let's keep this going. Here's the college basketball bets I fired so far. No premiums yet. I went 755 under 147. William and Mary Hampton. Also that side 156. William and Mary -6. 704 Elon -10. 805 under 150 Denver Oral Roberts. 817 Moorhead State -3. 824 St. Mary's -9. NBA action 563 Miami plus the 7.5. 574 Lakers +6 and +5.5. Also in that same game, Boston Lakers under 221.5, under 221, and finally 578 LA Clippers -13. Nothing in NHL so far. It's a big slate of games. Surprised I haven't seen anything. But so far it's just been college basketball, NBA, and of course the props in the NFL championship round.
Awesome. Gianni the Greek. Guys, real quick, I got a couple of business things I also want to mention. I have a 5% play up in NFL as well. You can find that over at WagerTalk. So yesterday we asked a bunch of you guys to put up my 5% play on the Rangers a couple of nights ago. We asked you guys to put up your betting slip on Twitter, and one of you will be eligible to win a 3-day flex pass. The winner is Scott Stoic. And not only that, Scott, but I was also told from customer service that you are a real pleasure to deal with. You make our customer service staff happy. They enjoy seeing your name. They enjoy working with you. You're very loved at the Detroit office. And I just wanted to throw that out there. So Scott Stoic, thank you for participating. Email the gang and you get yourself a 3-day flex pass. Now, Gianni, come on up. Gianni, I want you to know this. We have a listener.
Yes, sir.
And he just put this into the chat. And I consider this a big thing. Thomas Skinner. Thomas Skinner, as of today, has been declared cancer-free. God
bless you, bro. God bless you, man. God bless you, your family,
I'm emotional,
your close friends.
dude.
Yeah, that's serious. That's real life. Wow, man. God bless you, bro. Good for you. I hope you stay that way for the rest of your life, man. Good for you. Real fast, someone said this to me. I got to share it. They said to me, if I gave you $1 million, would you be happy if I said, hey, take this $1 million, do whatever you want with it, invest it, party it, do what you want? I'm a rich man. I can give it to you. It won't change my life at all. Would you be happy? I said, absolutely. Would you take it? Hell yeah, I would take it. He said, okay, I have a second proposition for you. I'll give you $5 million. No, better yet, I'll give you $10 million, and you know I have it. I'll give you $10 million, but you can't wake up tomorrow. That's the only deal. You can't wake up tomorrow, but I'll give you $10 million. Now, would you take it? I said, absolutely not. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry. He says to me, you just confirmed that waking up in the morning is more valuable to you than $10 million. So why don't you act that way every single morning you wake up? Dude, that hit me like, God damn, he's so right. He is so right. We take for granted when we wake up every morning, and yet we wouldn't take all the money in the world for that not to happen. So God bless you, Tim. God bless you, bro.
Thomas, lots of love, dude. I got emotional. I know you said I was wrong. You said you were cancer-free as of 2 weeks ago. What the hell's the difference? The bottom line is you're cancer-free. And I'm 55. I got it now all around me, Gianni. So do you. I got friends and parents and their friends. And, cancer's a big thing. And, man, that made my day, Thomas. Forget about bets and the show. I am so thrilled with your news. Congratulations. Lots of love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.